I went to Mac right after high school from 76 through 78. It really was my best decision. Several of my good friends went there, and it was just a great transition for me to go from high school to a college setting to a university. My favorite teacher was Steve Easter. He was in the business department. He taught accounting. He taught business classes, statistics. I had accounting and statistics with him. He was just one of the most outgoing, friendly, helpful guys. He liked everybody. And it was a joy to be in his class, and he was always there to help. But there was some really great teachers that I think you just mentioned them, and everybody in the area knows who they are. Mr. Chambers and Mr. Scobie and Coach Lowry, Elvis Clark. I just had so many great memories of the classes that I took there, and everybody was so helpful, and they were easy to get to know and to get answers from that couldn't have done that in a university setting if I'd have just gone away. I started substitute teaching at school, and I absolutely fell in love with it and the kids. And so I got a job as a teacher's aide, and I went to night school and summer school, and I finished my teaching degree. And then I taught for 30 years. And then the opportunity came up. One of my teacher friends that I'd worked with, and my wife and her real good friend, she lives right down the street. And I said, I was looking for something to do. And she said, oh my gosh, Nina's looking for somebody at the Mercantile. You need to go out there and talk to her. So the next day I came out, she hired me on the spot, and I started. We didn't have the ice cream. We just had coffee and candy and antiques. I learned how to be a barista and make all these coffee drinks. The owner came to me one day and she said, there's the ice cream shop across the street. Those people have had it for years and they're gonna retire. And she said, I'd like to do ice cream here. But she said, I'd like us to make our own. And she said, is that something you'd want to do? Because it'd probably be full time. And I said, I'd love to do that. So I got some training, and we looked up different ways of making ice cream and different recipes and just different things that we could do. The first year was good, but it was just nice and steady. And every year it started amping up and getting more and more. And we just started doubling and doubling and doubling. For the most part now, I just kind of manage the creamery and make the ice cream, make the frozen treats, the ice cream sandwiches, the drumsticks, the doggy ice cream. I like hearing that. That's the best ice cream I ever ate, or we love your ice cream. It just really makes me feel good. You make people happy with ice cream. And it was rough going through the pandemic, but the pandemic didn't stop us. It made our business so much stronger. I mean, because people are just not going to do without candy and ice cream in a horrible situation. We get people from all over the world that come here. We've had visitors from every state, from at least 20 or 30 countries that have visited the store. And when people come in, they're just amazed and they go, oh my gosh. They're just taken back in time, and it just makes you feel so good to be here. One thing that really got to me, I was waiting with the customers, and I had a huge amount of people in line, and this couple came up. Somebody brought up that I made the ice cream. I said, are you the ice cream maker? And I said, yeah. And they said, well, we flew in just for your ice cream. And I said, what? And they said, we live in Iowa. And she said, we fly in once a month just to have your ice cream. It made me feel so good. The best lesson I had from going to Mac is we had these older adults that had come back to school and was in our class. And at first we made fun of them, thinking, oh my gosh, it's one of those older people, and that because they're just ready to go and they know what they want and they know why they're there. And it really helped me a lot as we watched them and we studied with them, and then we did group work together. I thought, I want them in my group. They were driven, they knew exactly what they wanted, and they helped me a lot realize that maybe I need to step it up a little, because this is my career I'm working on, and they knew what they wanted. I wasn't really sure, and a college student and there to have fun, but that really helped me mature a little and gain a little insight into what's farther down the road. And I think a community college, especially like Mac, is just easier to transition and to figure out what it is you want to do. And you have smaller class sizes, you can get to know those teachers better, and Mac was just a great fit for me.